has so many limitations to it. In Guru Nanak's verses, there is a verse which says, Pita ka janm ke jane poot. How can a son see the birth of his father? Cannot. So then how can we remove it? Not directly. Something can be done, but with the wisdom. It's again like we are searching for something, and mind is searching for something. And Kabir Sahib says someplace that in my search, I lost myself. And that's how I found myself. Herat herat he sakhi, gayo Kabir herai. Searching, and while searching, Kabir lost his mind, and that's how Kabir found the truth. It's very contradictory statement, but that is the limitation of every language and every word, to express that which is inexpressible. It's very tough. It's very, very difficult. Question is intellect a tool for realizing God? Can intellect get so heightened that the mind gives up and dissolves in samadhi? Absolutely correct. You really understood it well. Intellect at the moment is like a thick, opaque wall. You can't see through and through. But if we refine the sand, we can make it a mirror. We can make it a glass. A rock. I always, recall that when I saw this factory where the glass is made. I really loved that whole trip in Switzerland. So you see a rock lying, then they have crushed it, and then they have crushed it so fine it is sand, which you can see, and then they have refined it so fine that it is a glass. And then they melt that glass to make the glasses for champagne. The shoots. They make those glasses, and they make all those beautiful artifacts over there. Beautiful. So a rock, rubble, sand, glass are actually one thing, and yet so different. So an ignorant, dark mind is like a rock. Guru with the hammer of knowledge has to hammer your rocky mind into small pieces and then graze it further to make it refined, like first a sand and then like a glass. And then glass means now you can see through and through. So that is why we say that this job cannot be done on your own. You do need a master to do this crushing, because how will you crush your own mind? Tough, very difficult, very difficult. So from last 50,000 years or so, or maybe 100,000 years or so, the tradition of Vedic knowledge is this, that there is always a guru who is guiding the disciple and then breaking the mind and refining the mind with all the spiritual practices to a point where the mind just dissolves. Just dissolves. And actually when the master is doing this, the disciple can never have an ego, oh, I have attained samadhi, because that is happening because of the master. So you cannot take the credit. And in a way that brings the disciple so close, heart to the master, that the oneness, Guru Naiva Shishya. Neither I am the Guru, nor I am the Shishya. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. We are one. It's linguistically Vedantic wrong statement to say that we are one, because we are accepting that we are we, and then we are saying we are one. So we is a myth. Oneness is a myth. So what can be said? They said, don't say anything. In Sanskrit, the word is anirvachaniya, beyond any statement, beyond use of any linguistic expression that cannot be said. Question is how to become egoless. See, ego is something which is unnatural. It's not real. So actually, what you can do nothing other than seeing that it is just a shadow. See, you say somebody is very proud of their body, looks, shape, hourglass. Yeah? Hourglass, zero figure, zero size figure, or very bulky, and all the muscles are there, and the triceps and the biceps and the quadriceps are well built, very powerful, can lift 4 times weight of his own body or her body. But what is body? Earth, water, air, fire, ether. What is body? It is made of these 5 basic elements. How can you be proud of earth, water, fire, ether, air? How can you? Everything which you speak or through your mind has been given by somebody. How can you be proud of borrowed information? Even Sri Krishna in Gita says that what I am talking to you, Arjuna, is the same thing which was taught by son to Manu, from Manu to Vivaswan, from Vivaswan to Ikshvaku, to Saptarishi, from Saptarishi it came on and on and on. I am speaking the same, transmitting the same knowledge to you. Krishna is not being proud that I am giving you the knowledge. He's saying it's eternal. That's what we call the Sanatan, eternal, Dharma, that which can never be changed. See, that's why a guru is egoless, because guru knows this truth. Guru knows this truth that you are Brahman. You don't know that. Guru knows that. Hence, the guru never sees you as a petty questioner, a petty, small, fool, man or woman. Guru always sees you as Brahman. And it is just a game which the Brahman is playing of being an ignorant jiva. And Guru says, okay, let's play the game. You be the disciple, I be the guru. Let's the teaching begin. The disciple on the other side feels so indebted to the guru for the grace and the knowledge and the wisdom and the love and the compassion. But from guru's side, it's just a game which is happening. It's like in your body, there might be, say if we have 5 trillion cells total, then we have 5 trillion germ cells in the body. And actually this human body is being run by those germ cells. Right? If round about 3 trillion cells are there, 3 to 4, see, I will agree to 3, I will agree to 4, so you say 10, I'll agree to that too, because nobody has counted actually. It's a lump sum figure which they have created. Maybe somebody has, but I am not a genius that I have counted, so I am just repeating the term, what the scientists are saying. So somebody is saying 3, I say okay, somebody said 4, okay, so 5, okay. But as many cells you have that many number of germ cells, and say, if all the germ cells die, the body will die. So where is this I which you say, oh, I am this? The germ cells might be laughing, who is this stupid person? You take, one unneedful virus or bacteria enters the body gets sick. Right? You take one antibiotic and it kills millions of those bacteria cells in the body. So cells are fighting with those bacteria. Antibiotic comes in and says, okay, I'll kill everybody. I don't know how to identify who is enemy and who is not. I kill everybody. That's why antibiotics are very dangerous. Because they kill all the good cells. See, you don't digest the food if you don't have good bacteria in your gut. So there is bacteria in your mouth, there is bacteria in your every organ, and they are running the whole machinery of this body in a very eco system. It's a beautiful system happening. So when somebody says, oh, I am so beautiful, it's just saying, I'm very stupid. Because what is there yours? What did you create? It's the colony of the germ cells and the colony of the cells which are living together. And when those cells finish their job, they say, okay, let's stop the nonsense. So they stop functioning and the death occurs. So when you see as the body is, and when you begin to see the things which are around you as they are, where is the place for ego left? So ego is a sign of just being foolish. So we use the wisdom to kill this stupidity, and once that is done, there is no ego then. That's how simple it is. Mind you haven't seen, and yet all the emotions, all the thoughts, all the perceptions of the mind are seen as me, I. And once you see and realize this, encounter this truth, where is mind? If I ask you to look in your inside, your body, where the mind is, locate it. Use some GPS system to locate where your mind stays, lives, works. Can you find it? If you can't even find where the mind is, how will you find where the ego is? So just go deeper into the constituents of the body, constituents of the mind, and the more you dig deep into it, you find nothing actually. In Buddhism, they call it shunyata. They say everything has come out of shunyata. But Vedanta says, who saw the shunyata, the emptiness, is there. Don't miss that. Don't miss that. Right? It's like if somebody wishes to know with what material your dream world was created. Can you find that? The raw material with which the dreams were constructed. What you saw in the dream. You can see unbelievable things, like you can see your own headless body. You see your own departed dead relatives. You are flying in the sky. You are diving in the ocean like a fish. And suddenly you have become a horse and galloping. And suddenly you have become you, a woman. And suddenly you have become a child. And suddenly you find yourself sitting in satsang. All the hunky-dory visuals which you had in the dreams, with what material was that constructed? Isn't it amazing? What seems to be real is not real. What seems to be real is not being seen. That is what the state of ajnana is, and that is what builds up our ego. We have a concept where we ask this question, who feels the hunger? in a human body? The answer is prana. Inhaling in, inhaling out, the pranic force is working. Inhaling in oxygen, exhaling out carbon dioxide. This oxygen is going to run the machinery of all the systems of your body. So when that gets depleted, your body feels the hunger. Because the food has inherent pranic energy in it. So who feels the hunger? Is it your belly? No, they say it's your prana. So a Vedantic student goes deeper into all these mechanisms and actually then know where this I is found. There are systems which are functioning. It's the body systems, then it's the mind system, then it's the subconscious system, then it is the intellect which is having a system, and then there is the ego which says, oh, I am experiencing this. So sum total of all these body, mind, subconscious unit, you consider this I, and then you get, oh, I am so wise. Well, wise thoughts were in the mind, not in you. I am so handsome. Well, handsomeness is in the physical body. And Swami Buaji used to often say this. You know, I love this story. Every time he would see Purnananda, when he was not Purnananda, and Swamiji would say, oh, see, how handsome. How handsome. Every time. And he would blush. And he would blush for almost 1 month. He kept on saying this. Oh, see, how handsome. And one day, he decoded the whole thing. He said, handsome. When a body is cremated, what is left? Handsome. You know, the ashes are just handsome. So every time he is actually meaning that handsome, and he would be shy and happy, and feeling, you know, oh, I'm so handsome. But one day he just pricked the balloon. He said, handsome, what do you think you are? And then he was really, you know how the Swamis play with the words. How they play with the words. When somebody says, I'm upset, Swamiji used to say, then set up. Twisting the words. He said, I'm upset. Okay, then set up. What's the trouble? It's your mind which is upset. So you, the Lord of the mind, should know how to set up. Right?